Good evening, it's Brian here at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. Now I'm going to show you this car here, which is a 2016 Honda CRV, and this is what is called an ES Sport model. Brian's my name. If there's any information you want on the car, please do give me a call, 086 843 1945, or if you want to know anything about trading in your car from a car like this, or finance, or just general information about the car, please do not hesitate to give me a shout. Call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits, 086 843 1945. So a car like this is a CRV ES Sport. Just in case you're wondering who we are, Fitzpatrick's Garage, we service Toyota and Lexus for after sales. We sell Hyundai, we sell Merc, and also we sell Honda like the CRV as well. Garage is in operation for almost 70 years, so if you are spending a lot of money on a really nice car like this, you know there's going to be a good after sale service. Anyway, the car itself is a really nice low mileage car. It's a one-owner car from new, which I really like. One-owner cars, I suppose, they always give you an idea that if someone's bothered to keep their car for 3 years, they've obviously been happy with it. Somebody that buys something like a sport version of the CRV like this, usually they're into their car, they like their car, it's important to them, so they're the kind of people that usually do a really good job of looking after the car. So starting at the front, the first thing that we notice is it is a white orchid pearl colour. Probably not that easy to see in this artificial light, no, not really. But the idea of the pearl is when it's outside, it's not like a solid white. Like say this i20 over here, it's a solid white. So when the sun is shining on it, it stays the same colour. Pearlescent kind of colours like this, they have, hard to describe. You'll see yourself if you come look at the car. It's a really nice colour during the day, especially when the sun is shining on it. Front of the car, all these CRVs from late 2015, they got a nice silver garnish that went along the front, whereas the old ones were just kind of black. After that, they also had a nice front fog light surround in chrome down through there. The parking sensors were standard on the front, and because this was the sport model, it had xenon headlights in through here, and they also had headlight washers in through here, and then your full light is over through here, and they also have one other cool feature in here, which is a cornering lamp. So it just means basically when you turn the car, in this case to the right because we're on the right hand side, you've got these two little LEDs which light up along there, and as you're turning left or right into a junction, some junctions are very dark. That's a very useful feature. Other things then after that, because this is the facelifted 2016, they had a nice big parking light which goes all the way around the headlamp, so it looks quite smart. I love xenon headlights, they just give it a nice upmarket look. After that then, the front grille is chrome on the top and the bottom, and as you see then when you look at the car, it kind of mimics the shape all the way around and around the headlamps as well. Anyway, it just looks cool. Moving down the side of the car, the other thing that I see after that is 18-inch diamond cut alloy wheels. So 18-inch wheels which are nice and big, and then they're diamond cut, so there's a nice reflective shine off them. This is the front left wheel which takes all the abuse on cars, and in this case it's in really nice order all the way through. The front wing of the car, and as we're around to the front, I'm just looking at it closely, the front bumper, can you kind of see the pearl effect in through there? The front bumper looks to be in excellent order. The bonnet is as well, and actually while we're at it, the bonnet, underneath there is a 1.6 diesel engine. So that 1.6 diesel engine then, it's 120 horsepower. It is 300 Newton meters of torque, so just without boring to death, that is the figure that makes a difference. 300 Newton meters of torque. When you put your foot down, that is going to be the measurement of the experience you have of power coming up through the car and getting you down the road. If you look at the engine bay, I'm not sure if the previous owner actually went out and tried to keep, went out of their way to try and keep the car clean, but usually I see build-ups of dust and stuff like that around the place. On this one, it's really nice and tidy. Might be just coincidental, and it's most likely because she did low mileage. Just not a lot of dirt and stuff has accumulated in through there, but it looks really tidy. After that then, road tax for the year on a car like this is €200, and realistic fuel efficiency, normal people, no problem whatsoever. They're normally doing somewhere in the region of kind of 45-ish or so miles per gallon to maybe 50 miles per gallon, which if you think in litres per 100 kilometres, which we all should because it's the metric system, and that's what we have in Ireland, that is somewhere in the region of about 5-ish litres per 100 kilometres. So they are really good in fuel, and a lot of people used to say, oh, you know, they're a 1.6 and they're a big car and all that kind of stuff. They are, everyone that comes to drive them, they're always really impressed afterwards. Don't take my word for it, come try it yourself. And even for towing, like for caravans and stuff, they are 1.7 ton towing capacity. So they're actually really, really good. Don't take my word, come try it yourself, you'll see anyway. After that, we had seen the condition of the wheel on the other side is quite good. This driver's one is in excellent condition, and up onto the wing, that's in quite nice condition too. So continuing on, basically the car has a full open and closure function. So if I open the car, watch the windows. Windows come down automatically. If I lock the car, watch the windows and the wing mirrors. Windows retract, wing mirrors retract as well. And then if I open up the car again, I walk over, put my hand in here, and that's going to open up this mirror for me over here as well. Pops back out. Difficult to see in the light we have here, but condition looks really, really good. All the way down the side of the car, you see the nice reflective surface all the way up along there. Looks nice and original. That rear wheel is in excellent condition. This quarter panel looks good. Round to the bumper, there's a wee little mark here I see, which we're going to have to do before the car goes out of here. And then, as we were saying, this is the facelifted version, so late 2015 into 16, they had a nice piece of silver garnish on the rear bumper, which matches the front that we had a look at earlier. And then there's a piece of chrome which comes from the light into the grille, into the top of the boot lid all the way along, and that matches again the front. So if you look at the front bumper, it's similarly got brushed aluminium garnish down low and then chrome up high, so it just keeps the same theme going. After that then, the boot is absolutely ginormous on these. So in through here, open the boot. So it's a really, really big boot. One of the reasons that people like CRVs, why they buy them, they want that big boot. Now unfortunately the lighting is not great, so I'm going to move the car and see if we can do a bit better. And as we can see, moving the car has made absolutely no effect on this video whatsoever. Apologies about it, just it's the way it is in the workshop here. But if you look from here all the way in as far as back there, there's quite a lot of space in the boot of that car. The other cool thing that CRVs do is you can grab this lever in through here and then it drops the seat forward and front, and the same on the other side. You can drop that down. And once basically you take out the cover over here, there's an absolutely massive load area, like it's as big as a small commercial vehicle, so they're very, very big and very easy to use. The boot is spotless. I don't like using them kind of words, but it is actually nice and tidy in through there. And then under here, there is a spare wheel. So back around from the boot into the rear of the car. First thing you'll notice on a CRV is the access point. So it's really, really wide the way it opens out, and that means then if you're getting in and out of the car, especially if you've got kids in the car, you have them here, you have enough space to move around, get at the belt, all that kind of stuff. That's much easier on these compared to some of the other SUVs we sell, so very, very useful that way. The rear of this car, that is super tidy, that door card, even the likes of the seat and stuff like that. It looks like it's had very little wear. There's a kangaroo pocket in through here, there's ventilation in through here. The seats are half leather, so basically what you have is a leather section along through here. I'm going to move around to the other side because the lighting is a little bit better, not a lot, but it's a little bit. By the way, if you're interested in this car and you want a better video, I can send it on to you. This is just to get it up on the net and advertised. So as you see, half leather here, nice velour over through here, but condition is really, really nice. Onto that door card there as well, all very nice and well looked after. Armrest in through the centre with 2 drinks holders. There is 3 3-point safety belts all the way across the back. There's 3 head restraints, 1, 2, 3. The other thing about these as well is it's not perfect, but you can get 3 child seats across the back. I wouldn't recommend it the whole time, but it is doable. So sometimes people do struggle with SUVs trying to get 3 child seats into the back of the car. It's doable, but I wouldn't be doing it the whole time. But yeah, it is an option. But in fairness, 7-seaters do that job a little bit better, trying to transport multiple child seats. Anyway, as we move up to the front of the car, we can see in through here, there is a puddle lamp LED for that side, and the same for the passenger over there. One thing that's interesting on a Sport, which the lesser models don't have, this passenger seat is height adjustable, And there's also then lumbar support for lower back for the passenger, which is not common on the other models. So that is a unique feature to a Sport, that the passenger gets the same treatment as the driver. Continuing on with the same theme that we saw in the back, there's half leather seats, there's velour in through there. It's really tidy, guys, it's really tidy. That interior is really well looked after. Again, same idea, I'm assuming, yeah, LED light in through there. Storage, more storage down through there. But condition of the car, I'm quite confident that if you come to look at this car, from what I can see here tonight, I think you'll be quite happy condition wise. The driver's seat, again, apologies about the light, I'm going to try and move it and see if we can get some better light going on. So I've moved around the car, hopefully this will give you a better idea. No, it doesn't, but anyway. Half leather interior like we talked about, velour in through there. This car has really nice mileage on it, so it's currently travelled 23 and a half, just call it 24 or so thousand miles, which is somewhere in the region of about 39,000 kilometres. Why is it in miles? The car originally came from the UK. As we were saying, it is a one owner car from new. The previous owner actually bought the car when they were living in the UK, and then they moved back over here with the car. So it's not a car that we bought on a speculative sort of idea to sell on. This is a car that genuinely was owned in the UK by somebody that was living there, and they have moved back home and repatriated with their belongings, and one of them was this Honda CRV. But that is actually a cool thing, because as we were saying, this is what's called a Sport in Ireland, but I think in England this is what's called an SR. The SR has a couple of features that don't feature in Ireland. So the first one is we have over here a lane change warning. So if you are driving along and you get a bit snoozy and you drift out of your lane, this is going to warn you that you've drifted out of your lane. The second thing that's kind of cool on it is, which was always only reserved for the more expensive executive in Ireland, which came four-wheel drive, so it's considerably more money, was in here. So if you watch through here, if you're driving along and somebody comes up beside you in an area you can't see them on your quarter panel, you have this little light here which is warning you that somebody is currently located maybe back around this area here, just right in your blind spot where you're not going to see them. So you got an indication up through there, which is very, very useful, I think. There's one other thing that I want to show you in a sec, but I'm just waiting for the radio to start up again, that's all. So while we're doing that, we're going to have a quick look here to see cruise control in through there. We got controls in here for radio and all that kind of stuff over here. We can control our iMid functionality in through here, which is basically things like average fuel efficiency, how much fuel is left. Actually, yeah, cool, right. It has another feature as well, which is speed sign recognition. So it's telling you what speed zone you are in. After that, then clock and all that kind of stuff is in through here. And then if I go for reverse, I get a camera. But what's also cool when this actually starts up properly, the camera has its normal functionality, so it's showing you different kind of ways. When you're going backwards, it has 3 different settings. But this one, because of the spec on this SR, it's actually got cross monitor, so it's looking backwards, but it's also looking left and right. Now it doesn't show you left and right, but what it's doing is it'll emit an audio signal. If somebody's coming up the road there or coming down the road there, they're not in your line of sight, it's warning you got something coming. So very, very useful stuff in fairness. After that then, just to show you what I meant by that, you have your different settings in through here on the camera, whichever way you want to have it set up. And then this is your cross monitor to have that on or off or whatever. Radio functionality in through there after that is going to be touch and swipe. You can do stupid things like cruising the internet and clock and calendar and all that stuff, but let's face it, who needs to do that in their car? You have your navigation information and all that kind of stuff in through here. And then after that, usual radio and stuff in through here. And you also have heated seats as standard. The car has a documented service history, which we are going to continue to document. My camera is now stuck in the seat. Right, out you go. So it's had a service in the UK, and then it's had a service over in Galway where the lady was living. And okay, why has she come over to buy a car from ourselves? She has a relationship, well I think, sorry, not she specifically, but her family have a relationship with somebody in the garage here. that they've been, they've dealt on cars before, so they know each other. So that's how she's ended up coming up over here. So that is a CRV Sport. I would describe that as a real nice spec because it is the SR out of the UK. It looks like a real nice genuine car in terms of how it's been looked after. Condition I think is quite good throughout. So we can offer you any trade-in that you have, no problem at all. Just give me a shout, call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits. 086 843 1945. I'd be happy to go through all that information with you. I think it's really damn cool looking in white. And it's got some nice little extra features that don't come standard on the one in Ireland. So these cars, as you were saying, they have lots and lots of spec. They're easy to run. The road tax is low. The fuel efficiency is good. It's all good news, people. So it is. There's no bad news. So hopefully this car is of interest. If you managed to watch the whole video, thanks for your time. And hopefully this car is of interest to you.